They're taking their time as playing visitors. You know, Los Angeles, historically, you know, the history of the Los Angeles Lycans under different names has been kind of hit or miss, but under Tom Rahman and Ray Colston, this team, I think, has a lot of stride, and I think they're going to be very good this season as the Charleston Predators do their selection as well. And wow, week 1 finally is going to be a great season. 24 teams. Charleston is ready to set this one, to kick it off. Los Angeles back deep to return it. Charleston favored by 3.5 points here at home. The over/under 45.5. This provided by Jack's Data, and they're very accurate, Charles. So let's see how they do it today, as the kickoff is being returned past the 20-yard line, and a decent return up to the 24, as we're going to see the Los Angeles Lycans offense first. Solid Richardson is the quarterback, former Carolina Skyhawk. The running back is going to be Robert Johnson. Fullback is Tommy Rahman. Terrence Weary, Davius Reed, and Elsie Pryor, alongside with Chris Lee, the wide receivers, and the tight end is Jack Flash, another former Carolina Skyhawk. Rounding up this offense is a shotgun formation here. 3 wide receivers set in a tight end, Richardson to pass. Richardson has a lot of time, has to check it down, and is going to be a loss of 3 yards as the Charleston Predators were ready for it.
Yeah, Charleston's a tough defense. At the top of the show, you said that LA's up and coming. You got to say the same thing about Charleston. Both teams are really strong on defense. I think if you would ask the offensive coaches on both sides, I think they want to be a little bit better, higher on the touchdown to interception ratio. I think both of the teams were upside down last season.
Richardson close to 3,000 yards last season, as he's going to drop back to pass again, and that's going to be tipped and incomplete, almost intercepted. And if that is picked up, that's probably a pick 6. As number 33, Johnny Bravo, gets deflection. Let's introduce you to the Charleston defense. It's going to be John Lally and Chris Joseph at defensive end. Joseph Sabolka and Robert Cherry, the rookie, at defensive tackle. Jack Brown, Jack Hoffman, and Eric Hammer are the linebackers. Corners are going to be Jacob Clear, Johnny Bravo, and Corey Menner. Safeties Josh Reese and John Stamango, and the nickelback is going to be Sam Blutner, the rookie as well. 4 wide receivers here for the LA Lycans. They're going to throw it deep, and the pass is going to be caught. The pass is going to be caught past the 40 and down to the 34, marking at the 32-yard line as Chris Lee got behind the defense, Charles.
Yeah, it looked like Chris Lee did a fade route and just completely blew by the defender. I mean, that was a great play. I think we're going to see a lot of that out of LA, trying to test that secondary of Charleston.
That was Corey Menner on the coverage, and yes, Chris Lee was just running that fade route and just got behind everybody. There was no support from the safety as they left the veteran corner on an island. So just like that, I mean, 2 negative plays for the Los Angeles Lycans to start this one, but they find themselves at the 32, as I think that's Robert Johnson. Yeah, is going to get the carry, and another loss of 1 yard as Joseph Sabolka makes the TFL.
They've got the front line of Charleston is formidable between Lally, Joseph, Sabolka, and Cherry. I don't think they're going to get a lot of success running here. I just think they're trying to keep them honest, and then they're probably going to try another bomb down the field.
Split backs formation here for Sully Richardson's going to throw the pass. That one's going to be caught, and I think that's Chris Lee again. Yes, it is. 2 catches for 55 yards, and he looks to be the primary target for Sully Richardson, at least here in the first quarter.
A perfect scenario here on 3rd and 2. They can pick anything out of the playbook here, even run if they want to. If they want to roll the dice and do a run here, Ramos, I don't necessarily advise it, but just trying to say they've got options.
That's going to be an I formation here as Tommy Rahman is the fullback. Richardson is going to throw. The pass is going to be caught again. That's Jack Flash, wide open for a first down into the red zone. And a beautiful play call here by the LA Lycans to get the first down.
Yeah, smart play there, sending Jack Flash, the tight end, on an out route. Just smart enough to know where the line is to get the first down, barely a centimeter over the line, but he ran a crisp route. Sully got rid of the ball quickly before the pass rush, and now they're looking at another set of downs.
Pro set here for the Lycans. They're going to run it, and another loss of 4 yards as Jack Huffman, the outside linebacker, gets the first TFL of his season. And, man, I mean, there was just 2 players completely unblocked.
Yeah, the blocking was not stellar for the for LA on that one. They're going to have to beef it up there on the sides if they're going to try and run outside against that linebacking core, Charleston.
Yeah, Charleston very aggressive on defense, and we saw on the fade route how that aggressiveness probably played out against them as they were not ready for the deep pass. Offset I formation here. Richardson is going to throw to Rahman. Rahman has to collect himself, does, and gets a couple of yards to set up a 3rd and 12. And this is a tricky situation, Charles, because it's 12 yards for a first down, but 17 to get to the end zone. I will not be shocked if they kind of throw it underneath and try to get the yards after catch for a first down.
That's the smart thing to do, but we've seen Sully is a gambler back there in the backfield. He likes to go deep, and he might roll the dice again.
Yeah, he certainly is. His shotgun formation, 4 wide receiver set. Richardson throws it deep to the end zone, and it's caught behind the defense. The defender did not play that well. Touchdown, LA, 6 points, and it's Terrence Weary, the rookie, making a catch. First catch of his rookie season. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, the 15th pick in the draft from Memphis. The pass wasn't perfect by Sully, but you could just see the athleticism and presence by Weary to turn around, hold on to that ball, and put 6 on the board.
Outstanding throw and outstanding catch by the rookie Terrence Weary. As you said, first round pick by the LA Lycans. And this is just an impressive drive for LA. Very, consistent drive. I mean, they lost some yards, but they were always able to capitalize on 3rd down, which is very impressive. 7-0 visiting team.
Yeah, great first series for Sully. He's completed 85% of his passes. He's spread the ball around, not necessarily to a bunch of different receivers, but around different points on the field, which keeps the defense honest.
LA's going to kick it away. The return is going to be from about the 10-yard line, past the 20, past the 25, and a fumble on the play. The kickoff, and it's been recovered by the Lycans. The Lycans got the ball. Man, the visiting team is just starting off extremely hot today, Charles.
I mean, they're firing on all cylinders. It looks like Charleston needs to do something. They're maybe a half step behind LA, and making key mistakes like this one. And LA's in a position to really make them pay for it and put Charleston down by 2 scores.
Already in scoring position for the LA Lycans here. Offset I formation here for Sully Richardson. He's going to throw. The pass going to go to Rahman. Second catch of the day for the fullback, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Love it, Ramos, when they get the fullbacks engaged.
Oh, yeah.
Fullbacks.
No, absolutely.
I don't need to tell you that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They're like tight ends in a sense, Charles, where it's like when you have the right mismatch, they can just make people pay, because sometimes they are just as quick as running backs, but they run routes like a tight end, and they're very versatile. Another offset formation here for Richardson and company is going to be a stretch play here for Johnson, and he runs over a guy, has a first down into the red zone for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, so we dogged the blocking on that last run play they did, but this, you could see everyone did executed perfectly from the block tree, and able to get a good hole there for the running back. Positive run, and again, Charleston's on their heels. They need to do something here quickly.
And watch out, Charles. This is similar to the formation. It's not the same, but similar. 4 receivers where they scored in the previous drive. It's going to be a handoff this time, though, to Robert Johnson. Has a lot of space. Abolka jumps on him, makes a tackle for a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I think the scary thing is in that formation, they probably have a couple passes and that one run, and they run it just to keep defense honest. They obviously weren't going for everything there, but next time they line up there, Charleston's really going to be guessing.
Yes, they are. 3 wide receivers set again. Look out for Chris Lee. He was dangerous in the first drive. They're going to hand it off, though, again to Robert Johnson, and Jack Hoffman makes a great tackle. 1-on-1 on the outside, 3rd and 7 coming up.
The key to that stretch play is you got to have a super fast running back to get on the edge there. Now, on that particular play, the running back was just a half step. Johnson was maybe just a half step behind where he should have been.
Four wide receiver set, empty formation. A tight end is Jack Flash. Look out for him in this play. Richardson is going to throw. Richardson goes inside, and it's caught. It's going to be ruled just about a half a yard shy of the end zone as Elsie Pryor, the veteran, gets the catch. And man, LA has just been 10 out of 10 in third down situations.
Yeah, there was a perfect passing lane there for Richardson to get the ball to Elsie Pryor. Great play. Again, Charleston's on their heels here. They need something in their favor because right now it's been all LA.
Yes, it has. And this is where a fullback, Charles, really comes into play, either to block or just hand the ball off to him. Two wide receivers. Johnson dots the I. And up goes to Johnson, and Johnson gets the touchdown. Thomas Rahman doing a fantastic job. Well, Tommy Rahman, rather, doing a fantastic job in the blocking, and the LA Lycans are up 2 scores in the first quarter.
Yeah, Tommy Rahman, also the Dunham, I don't know if they're brothers, but Bob Dunham and Vladimir Dunham and the rest of that offensive line just blew off the line and gave a great hole for Johnson to plow into the end zone.
This is what wins you games in this league, Charles. It's third down conversions and converting when you're inside the 10-yard line in touchdowns instead of just field goals. And again, LA very impressive here in the first quarter, midway through the first. And we have not seen the Charleston offense on the field yet. 14-0.
That's amazing. You know, like you said, 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and it's been all LA offense. The defense has got to run to that sideline for Charleston and get on the oxygen.
Yeah. So what Charleston really needs is what you're saying is a lasting drive, probably in the first quarter, about a 5-6 minute drive. You know, just give your defense some rest and obviously convert into points, and cut the lead of the Lycans as the kickoff goes away again. And Jay Taylor is back deep to return it for a second time. Past the 20-yard line, Jay Taylor this time protects the football, gets to 28. And we're going to see the Charleston offense on the field for the first time today. T.D. Drew is the quarterback. The running back is Keith Swearingen. Fullback is Terrell Sutherland. Wide receivers Ken McCarroll, Buchanan Simons, and Jay Taylor. The tight ends are Dusty Rourke and Lyric Da Vinci. Da Vinci obviously being the number 1 tight end, and Dusty Rourke, the rookie, being the number 2. And they're going to go with a heavy goal line set here. I formation. T.D. Drew is going to hand the ball off to Keith Swearingen, and Swearingen is going to go nowhere.
I'm really excited to see what this LA defense is going to do. Looks like they're going to be running a lot of, in those running situations, looks like they're going to be showing a lot of 3-4. Not many teams in the league do that, and I'm excited to see how successful they are.
Yeah, not many. Let's introduce you to them. Brogan Spiro and Ace Blackwell are the defensive ends. The defensive tackle is Gary Marks. I'm going to run through them after this play. Another handoff is going to go to Keith Swearingen again to the left. Swearingen gets about a couple yards, and he got kind of interfered with his own fullback. But let's complete this defense. Danny Stinson and Tassie Blackwell are the inside linebackers. Kevin Brackett and Buddy Blaze, the outside linebackers. Corners are going to be Ryan Prosser, Mike Scott, and Jack Hacksaw. Free safety, Rochelle Colston. And the strong safety is Ryan Yosef, the veteran, former Chicago Wildcat. 5 wide receiver set here. The pass is going to be deep, and T.D. Drew has a completion. T.D. Drew, with his first completion of the season, is going to pick up many yards all the way to the 12-yard line. And I'm trying to get a name for you here, folks, as
Raven Jabolka.
Yes, sir. Is going to run a fade route, very similar to what Chris Lee ran in the first drive. And he's got plenty of yardage.
I was gonna say, Robin, they're running that 5 wide set, and I was like, wow, that's kind of dangerous when you got 2 generics out there. And lo and behold, Raven Sabolka catches it, the non-contract player, and big gain, and Charleston's knocking at the door.
And if you had a bet for a non-contracted player getting the first deep pass of the Charleston season, well, you won. It's not McCarroll or Buchanan Simons as you would expect. T.D. Drew is going to throw again. The pass is going to be caught. I don't know how. He completed that one as he's got another completion. And it's back-to-back.
Yeah, the free
role players
all over that. Like you said, I have no idea how he held onto that ball.
That was an outstanding throw by TD Drew as they're going to go in split backs formation. 2 wide receivers look for Keith Swearingen again, or maybe even Terrell Sutherland. Keith Swearingen gets the toe, and it's going to walk it in. Touchdown, Charleston. Exactly what they needed, Charles.
Exactly. Well said. Exactly what they needed to do. The offense came out and didn't give. The only bad part here, Ramos, is the defense of Charleston has to get back on the field. That wasn't one of those long, sustained drives we talked about. It was a quick strike and Butter in the end zone.
Yeah, but you will definitely take a touchdown over a long drive with a field goal or less than that. So, it was not the 10 out of 10 ideal situation, but a touchdown is a touchdown. You cut the lead, and you give your defense some sort of rest, and you give your defense that momentum that they need to make a stop and potentially get the ball back, as we're going to kick the extra point, which is good. 14-7. So, if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. In the SFL, we put the fan in fantasy, as LA is going to get the kickoff here is going to be brought from the inside the end zone. Just getting to the 20-yard line, and they're going to mark it at the 21 as Elsie Pryor returns this one.
Yeah, let's see if Sully can build on that first drive he had. Excuse me, the last 2 drives he had. It's impressive. He's thrown it to, it looks like 7 different receivers, if I'm seeing this correctly. Spreading the ball around. Well done.
Yeah. Very well done. 2 wide receiver set. It's a pro formation here for the LA Lycans. They're going to throw the ball. It's going to be a dump off here to Johnson. Johnson stiff arms a guy. Gets 4 yards before it gets out of bounds. And Charleston, I think, Charles, for this defense, just make sure you get that one stop on 3rd down. That first one is sometimes the hardest to get, but once you get that, your whole team starts to roll.
Yeah, and I also think you don't want to give them a ton of yardage on that first down. Put the pressure on them, stop them, and then force them to do something risky and make a mistake.
Richardson to throw again. It's going to be an out route. The pass is going to be gone by Davius Reed. He's got a first down to the 34-yard line as Johnny Bravo makes the stop.
Yeah, so far, the offensive line of LA, they're doing well on both sides for passing and for run blocking. I don't think Sully's been touched yet today.
No, he really hasn't. The Charleston defense has been able to get a couple of tackles for a loss on the running back and a dump-off pass, but not much of a pass rush. They're going to go 4 wide receivers. L.A. Richardson is going to throw outside, and pass is intercepted. There we go, Charles.
Yeah, rolled the dice. And it looked like they had a wide receiver wide open in the middle. I'm not sure what the decision was to throw it on the out, but the first mistake for LA, and Charleston has a chance to even this ball game.
Yes, that they do, as Charleston really gaining momentum of this one at home. You can say they are already in scoring position at the 33-yard line. TD Drew is going to present 3 wide receivers and a running back deep. Drew under center is going to throw the pass to the outside. That's going to be caught. Buchanan Simons has his first catch of the season, and this is the first catch for a Charleston contracted player.
Yeah, you got to keep a man on Simons. It seems like every game I watch of Charleston, he always manages to slip deep into the secondary wide open for a big gain.
Shotgun formation this time. 3 wide receiver set and a tight end. TD Drew the throw. Drew pass going to the end zone. The pass is going to be caught. It's short of the end zone. But what an unbelievable catch by Lyric Da Vinci, the number 1 tight end, climbing up the ladder.
Yeah, that's exciting when you see a deep play like that with contested by the safety. But you see a lot of strength there in that tight end, able to stay in his lane, grab onto that ball, and not let the safety impact the reception there.
Goal line formation here for the Charleston Predators. This is going to Keith Swearingen. I'm calling it right now. Keith Swearingen gets the carry. Keith Swearingen gets the touchdown. Charleston, an extra point away from tying this one up.
He had a chance to get double points by saying that he was going to make a touchdown, but we've been bragging on the LA.
I'll get the layup.
Time to do that for Charleston. That good blocking up front. It started off by Terry Sutherland, the fullback, giving a good lane for Swearingen, and now we've got ourselves a ball game, Ramos.
Yes, we do. Charleston an extra point away from tying this one up. And a couple of games here in the early afternoon slate, Charles. Very high scoring, as you can see. The Baltimore Vultures, the defending champs, leading the London Knights 28-14. We're about to be 14-14 in the first quarter, as the extra point races up and good. We are tied.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a fake punt in this game too. I heard there
maybe,
was one in
yeah.
the first game.
Yeah, that was pretty wild by the Baltimore Vultures. If you missed it, they were about at midfield or so, and it was 4th and inches. They decided to run a fake punt instead of just giving the ball to like T-Roy Gaines or Hazard, and it didn't work for them. But
so
they had recovered.
Predictions, Ramos. You want to make a prediction on the fake punt?
I don't think we're gonna get one today here in this game, Charles. I will be pretty surprised, but you never know, as Elsie Pryor returns this one to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, LA's got to, in particular, Sully's got to shake off that interception on the last series, and he's a pro. He's been in the league for a long time. He's pretty good at overcoming adversity, and I'm excited to see what they do on this series.
I think they have to involve Robert Johnson. Let's see if with a stretch play here, they can. Well, no, it's a trap. Robert Johnson has a lot of space, and oh man, he got caught up behind his lineman. A great job pursuing by Chris Joseph, the defensive end, bringing them from behind.
Yeah, well said. Joseph was all over him, and I thought it was going to be a big gain. I think you might have as well. Held my breath, but the defense just brought him down, and only a couple yards.
It was a great design. It was just he got caught out behind a couple of offensive linemen. As another handoff goes to Johnson, runs over a man that was Jack Brown. He's going to pick up about 4 on that one. It's going to be a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, I think it's pretty smart to come out and get a couple runs under your belt to settle down and get back into the flow of your offense.
3rd and 2. The ball is at the 31-yard line. 3 wide receiver set. Another handoff. Johnson is going to get it and more to the 36. Great job by the LA Lycans offensive line, especially on that right side, opening up the hole.
And also great vision for Johnson. It looks like he maybe went to his second option. Looked like the first gap might have been plugging up there, and he bounced outside and got a good gain.
Offset I formation, Jack Flash. Bottom of the screen is going to be a throw. The pass is going to be caught. Tommy Rahman is going to get about a yard, and that was a pressure throw right there by Sully Richardson. Good to get it away, at least for a pickup of 1.
Yeah, definitely. He did a short drop back, but the defensive line of Charleston was able to get some penetration.
End of 1. It's been an exciting one, folks. 14-14, the Charleston Predators and the LA Lycans team with a turnover that led up to a touchdown for each. If you missed it, the rookie Terrence Weary got the first touchdown of the season here for the LA Lycans to make it 7-0. They quickly got into 14-0, and Charleston has scored 14 in a row. Under center, Sully Richardson is going to hand the ball up again to Robert Johnson, and he's going to pick up probably a yard to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and what's the distance, Ramos?
About 8 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 3rd and 8. And again, LA, man, when it's been 3rd and long, they have been pretty spectacular today. They show 4 wide receivers. Sully Richards is going to change the play. Look for maybe an out route or something here. Nope, it's going to be a deep corner route, and his pass is caught again. Chris Lee is just absolutely mossing everybody today.
Yeah, he jumped up and grabbed that. There's no way he was going to let the defender to touch that ball.
You know, this is one of those situations, Charles, where you don't coach that. Like, you don't coach, just throw it up in coverage, see what happens. Like, this is just the quarterback trusting his receiver and Chris Lee just being a monster today. 3 catches, 76 yards.
Yeah, you talk about great route running, but there I just think it was athletic prowess. Was able to just jump up there and bring it down.
Robert Johnson almost broke it loose. It's going to be a pickup of 8 yards up to the 33-yard line, getting back in scoring position for LA. 2nd and 2 coming up as another manageable situation here for Los Angeles.
Yeah, I love having a 2nd and short. That's the worst. It's a bad situation for the defense, though.
It really is. LA is going to hand the ball off. This is Tommy Rahman, and he's going to be absolutely buried by the linebacker Eric Hammer coming from Florida.
Yeah, and Hammer really brought him down, but not a big gain by Tommy Rahman, but Ramos they're mixing things up, and even though that wasn't successful, it just keeps Charleston guessing.
3 wide receiver set here for Sully Richardson and company. Is going to drop back to throw. The pass is going to be caught, and that was just an outstanding back shoulder throw to Jack Flash. It's so good because if he leads him in front, that's probably intercepted, if not for sure incomplete, but he shields his tight end with the ball placement and protects his receiver.
Definitely, and also got rid of that ball before he even turned around to catch it.
Perfect timing on that one. Offset I formation again for the Lycans. It's going to be another pass, and no, sack on the play. Trying to get a number here for you folks. Going to be a backup, actually. No, it's Robert Cherry, excuse me. Robert Cherry, the rookie defensive tackle. My apologies. And, hey, the first sack of the game is by a rookie. We saw a touchdown, the first touchdown of the game by a rookie. How about that? First sack, Robert Cherry.
Yeah, 17th pick. And, again, love the rookies coming out here and shining in the first game.
2nd and 14 coming up. Shotgun formation for Richardson. He's going to throw the ball inside, and pass is going to be intercepted. And being returned, Eric Hammer has it to the 34. And this is what happens, Charles, when you put pressure on the quarterback. When you get that first sack, he starts to get rattled, throws the ball into coverage, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, it feels like it takes a couple plays or maybe a series to recover from a big hit like that in the backfield. And the second mistake by Sully, and now it's up to the defense of LA to see if they can help their quarterback out and stop the Charleston offense in their tracks.
Just the whole momentum of the game now wears black and red, as it's going to be a split backs formation, a pro set again. Changing the play, probably an out route here. Look for the bottom. TD Drew is going to throw. No, yep, it's going to be an out route to the bottom. And the pass is going to be caught. There's just a lot of cushion, Charles. I mean, I said it because I saw the corner just expecting probably that deep throw. Like sometimes when you get an interception, you get taught, just go for the jugular. But I think that Charleston saw something short underneath.
I thought, by them going to the 3-4 that we were going to see a little bit more aggression on the LA defense, but so far, like you said, they've been given a lot of cushion.
Yeah, and the run is going to be completely wrecked from the start. Actually, TD Drew barely got the handoff as Gary Marks was there in a hurry.
Yeah, they might have read the count there and just jumped at the exact perfect time. That could have gone horribly wrong if they mistimed it.
This is going to be a straight formation. That's 4 wide receivers and a tight end. This is going to be a throw. Look for this land routes. TD Drew under center. He's going to throw. There are the land routes. Pass. Caught. One-handed grab. First down.
Very impressive by Jay Taylor, that one-handed grab. Plenty of time for the quarterback, too. I know we all knew what it was going to be. I think the defense did as well, but perfect execution, great blocking, and positive gain.
We go from the straight formation, 4 wide receivers and the tight end to the power set. It's a full house formation as the rookie Rourke is in the backfield. The pass goes, though, to Keith Swearingen, and LA had that one all the way red.
Yeah, I think it was either going to be a negative gain for the receiver or the quarterback was going to get lit up.
Yes, absolutely. No question, yeah.
The silver lining there.
That was it. I mean, LA had that play read all the way, and they just jumped into it. They were ready for that one. It's another 5 wide receiver said, look out for this one. LA has had issues stopping the deep pass. Changing the play, though. The pass going to be caught to the outside. Make it a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, they were expecting deep, and Simons just did a smart out route and took the safer route, and I think that's was pretty heads up, and now they're in a manageable 3rd down.
Low-key, a very important 3rd down here for the LA defense. They've been on the field for the most part of, for the best part of this, I don't know, past 11 minutes of play. To throw again, TD Drew throws it underneath. It's going to be shy of the 1st down.
He must have had a toenail in because I thought he was out of bounds.
Yeah, that was very close. Obviously not a challengeable play here for LA. They get off the field. It's a 4th down and 3 unless Charleston puts the offense on the field. And no, they're going to punt it away. Murphy is
stand by LA.
Punting. Definitely, absolutely. And especially after Charleston has had the momentum of this game for the better part of the 2nd quarter, basically the entire 2nd quarter and the latter part of the 1st. A very important stop as a fair catch is called right there by L.C. Pryor, and LA is going to start their drive at the 13-yard line.
I think if I had my druthers, I would try and eat some time off the clock. A long sustained drive. I think if you're going to have one, now's the time. You don't want to give the ball back to Charleston with as much time on the clock as we have now.
Charleston doing a really good job on Robert Johnson so far. Only 28 yards on 11 touches. Great wide receiver set here for Sully Richardson, and another pass caught to Jack Flash, and again Charles back shoulder protecting his tight end. Great job, because again, if that pass is led like farther away, the corners right there playing in the flat could be intercepted.
Yeah, definitely impressive by Sully on that pass, and it's I actually thought it was going to get deflected, but perfect timing.
Rosehead again for Richardson and company. It's going to be a handoff to Tommy Rahman. Tommy Rahman has a 1st down. Best carry of the day for the fullback.
Yeah, that's great. Get that fullback going, man. That's exciting. And keep like I said before, keep Charleston guessing. It's got to be frustrating when you don't know who's going to touch the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Weary with a catch, Reed with a catch, Pryor with a catch, Chris Lee has 3, Jack Flash has 3, Tommy Rahman a couple of carries. Everybody getting involved. There's another throw to the wide receiver, Chris Lee, who's been all of those the number 1 target for sure.
Yeah, he's touching all the getting the ball to all the players on the offensive side except for the offensive lineman. So good play by Sully. Made a couple mistakes, but it doesn't faze him. He jumps right back out there.
Look out for this formation, Charles. Tommy Rahman is spread out wide as a C receiver. This is going to be a handoff, though, to Robert Johnson, who's picked up a 1st down. And those kind of formations, Charles, but it kind of catches you off guard because they put Tommy Rahman on the outside as a receiver. So you're like, hey, what's going on? Let's see if there's some trickery, but they just go right up the middle for a 1st down.
Yeah, definitely some creative play calling by LA, and able to get a good positive gain there. And I can't say enough about the blocking either. I mean, that's the first thing you see on a play like that.
It's going to be another handoff to Robert Johnson. This time, though, goes for a loss of 1 yard. Monday on Next Level Sports, the Simulation Football League has another doubleheader of football action to kick off the league's 18th season. First, Florida visits San Diego, 2 teams that have plenty to prove before Jacksonville faces Portland for the first time. It's a celebration of the SFL's diversity, honoring the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and the coverage starts at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Visit NLSE.com to find Next Level Sports in your area. The pass is going to be caught this time for a pickup of probably about 6 yards as L.C. Pryor makes it a manageable 3rd.
Yeah, smart play calling again. Not going for the home run ball, but I think what they're doing is maybe luring them into a sense of thinking they're going to do the short out routes in the slants in the middle, but go deep on the next one.
Watch out for Terrence Weary, number 13. They're going to go with Jack Flash, though. First down. The third down conversion rate for Los Angeles has been on point today.
Yeah, very successful on that slant route. I mean, that's the kind of the go-to route for most of the teams in this league. So, but not many of them execute them as well as LA's been doing it today.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And teams that have, on defense, they have gotten better on stopping those slants. But still, when you have a big target like Flash, it's just hard to stop. As Tommy Rahman gets the carry for no gain, as Robert Cherry and company make the stop.
Yeah, they're down to the 2-minute mark, and LA's doing what I asked them to do.
Yeah, no question. It's obviously the ideal situation. Just milk the entire clock, get points, whether that's a touchdown or a field goal, preferably a touchdown, but get some points, and do not let Charleston touch the ball again here in the second quarter. It's going to be an offset formation here. Jack Flash is spread out as a wide receiver. Another changing of the play by Sully Richardson. He's in command of this offense, you can tell. It's going to be a throw. Slants again, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Jack Brown. They go with those slants again, but again, as I'm telling you, the defenses have gotten progressively better at stopping that route. Jack Brown almost with a pick.
Was that a tackle drop play? It looked like Saboka jumped back into coverage.
I think he did. It was definitely Jack Brown with a deflection, but Charleston also doing some trickery on defense.
I turned my head for one instant, man. This
thing
moved fast.
Yeah, no question.
Tackle back.
But here we go with a straight formation again. 4 wide receivers and a tight end. The throw is going to be very short to Weary. He is going to pick up a few yards, but not enough for a first down. That's his second catch of the day, and LA will have to punt. And, if I'm Charleston, I don't think it's the best idea to call the timeout because you're probably going to get pretty bad field position. Save those 3 timeouts. If you get a good play on first down, then you can use one of them. But I think it's a good decision. Hey, Charles, does LA fake it here?
Hey, you said no, so I'm not going to go against the guru Ramos.
All right, let's see. Milking the clock. That's the smart thing to do here for the Lycans. And no, they're not going to fake it. They're going to punt it away. As Jay Taylor is going to let it bounce. And the ball is going to bounce in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so the ball is at the 20-yard line. And basically, what you want to do is, if you want to be aggressive, maybe you throw the ball intermediate, try to get about probably 15 yards or so. If you can get out of bounds, great. If you cannot, play was successful, you can call your first timeout. But let's see if Charleston decides to be aggressive or they just hand the ball off to Swearingen and try to get something there. It's going to be a power set with 2 tight ends and a fullback. TD Drew also changing the play at the line of scrimmage. As Keith Swearingen dots the I. 3-4 defense here for the Lycans. Hand off to Swearingen, and Swearingen has some yardage, but it's going to be only a pickup about 5.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, Ramos. I would have guessed that they would have come out and maybe try to see what the defense was going to give them in the passing game.
Right.
And maybe take some advantage of some of the short and mid routes that their defense would probably be giving up in a situation like this. But they decided to run, so yeah, they probably know better than I do.
Another power formation, maybe a screen pass here to Swearingen. Yep, that's exactly what it's going to be. As he's going to break the first tackle, break that second tackle, get us a first down. They're not going to call a timeout. They're going to let it run. Just not trying to get that interception, trying to, put the Lycans in a position where they can get some points, which, I kind of understand, but a little bit too conservative. It's going to be an I formation here. It's going to be a swing pass here for the fullback Sutherland. He gets out of bounds, so with 3 seconds, they're going to have a shot.
Yeah, this is the if a team is going to get a defensive team is going to get a sack, it's normally on this play. If they decide to go deep.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're not.
So, well, no. 3, 2 backs in the backfield. It's a pro set. I mean, you never know. You could give the ball to Swearingen and he breaks it loose. It's going to be a short throw, though, to Ken Macaro, and he's going to pick up a first down, but not more than that. And that's the end of the first half. A very exciting first half, as Charleston and LA are all tied at 14 points. That's a total of 28, and the over-under is 45.5, so not too far away from the estimate, which is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely not a. If you like to see running backs put the yards on the field, you're not going to see a lot of that, I don't think, in the second half. If it's anything like the first half. Johnson
Totally.
Has 34 yards, it looks like, and Swearingen, I think, has, what, 7?
Yeah, not even 10 yards for Keith Swearingen. So let's touch on that. It's been all pass, Charles. Look at the rushing yards. LA combines for 39 yards. Now, this is between Johnson and Rahman. And as far as the Charleston Predators is concerned, just about 10 yards for Keith Swearingen. So it's been mostly this. Chris Lee getting behind the defense. We saw the number 5 wide receiver here for the Charleston Predators get behind the defense for a big gain. We've seen a lot of Jack Flash. We've seen some Da Vinci with a great catch to put the Lycans inside the 5. What have you seen in this first half?
Well, I mean, Los Angeles put Charleston in quite the hole, being up 14-0. But you got to take your hat off to Charleston for staying in there and forcing some turnovers and evening up this game at 14. I mean, like you said, not a lot of rushing. You know, don't expect to see that a lot in the second half. But both quarterbacks, I mean, Sully's made a couple of mistakes. Drew is 12 for 12 for 141 yards. I mean, he's doing everything he needs to do, and Sully is, for a quarterback that's been hit a couple times and made a couple mistakes, he's still hanging in there and showing that he can put out some pretty good timing passes to his tight end.
Yeah, Charleston. Other than that, Jay Taylor fumble on that kickoff. Has done a really good job protecting the football. Los Angeles, though, Solid Richardson, as good as he's been, he does have 2 interceptions that were totally his fault. So needs to clean that up because that gifted Charleston some points. Speaking of the home team, they're going to receive to start this second half. Jay Taylor is back deep to return this one. Another short kick is going to be returned past the 25 and up to the 26-yard line.
Let's see what kind of adjustments they made, Ramos. I mean, if you were on the Charleston side, would you kind of stick with what you had, or would you make any changes?
Look, TD Drew is 12 out of 12, so you cannot argue against that. I would like to see just a little bit more of Keith Swearingen inside, in between the tackles. They've tried to run the ball outside, which is fine. You can get an explosive play. Just hammer this 3-4 defense and just try to get some tough yardage. They go outside with Keith Swearingen again, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. I would like to see, Charles, just them going like an ISO play. Just put Sutherland between the center and the guard, and Keith Swearingen running right behind him. What do you think?
Definitely, yeah. And the thing is, the linebackers of LA are so fast. I mean, you think you're going to get a game if you do an off tackle, but they close it down so quickly.
Going to be another throw, and it's going to be going to Keith Swearingen. He's got about 3 yards. And going back to that, you're totally right, Charles. I mean, Buddy Blaze, I've had to game plan against this guy for so many years, going back to the Chicago Wildcat days, and he's just sideline to sideline, incredibly quick. And the young talent that they have, Tassie Blackwell inside, they're just very, very quick. So I would like to see more inside handoffs, but this is going to be a 3rd and 7, and it's not going to be on. It's going to pass. TD Drew is going to throw it deep, and TD Drew has got an incompletion. A great play by Ray Golston and Ryan Joseph, deflecting that one away. 4th down. A quick stop by the LA defense.
And those two between Colston and Joseph, they're dangerous, man. They cover that territory deep in the secondary. I think one of the best, if not the best, combos in the SFL.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Ryan Joseph, again, one of those Wildcat players. Ray Golston back, in her days with the Carolina Skyhawks. Great safety 4th and 7, the kick is away. LZ Pryor's going to return this one up to the 35-yard line. So pretty decent field position here by the Lycans offense.
And as we said this a couple times, don't mean to beat it down, but Sully's, if you take out those interceptions, he's had a pretty good game. 81% complete, 166 yards and a touchdown. He's not going to let the interceptions bug him. But to your point earlier in the first half, I think when he gets hit, it takes a couple plays for him to recover.
Certainly. Chris Lee is in the bottom of the formation here. He's going to run a slant pattern. They go outside, though, to the slot wide receiver. Pretty sure that's LZ Pryor with a pickup of about 2 yards.
And like we said for the Charleston offense, I'd like to see some of the same on LA and see what the combination of Johnson and Rahman can do. I mean, Johnson's already got about 34, but if you keep hammering out that defensive line, I think he's going to get some more yards per carry.
Offset single back formation. They go in a fade route, and Chris Lee's got it again. I mean, you cannot cover any better than that, Charles. I'm sorry. Like if you're Corey Menor, you are not at fault, my guy. Like, honestly, this is just.
So the question is, Ramos, did he mean to throw it there, or was it a bad pass that the receiver made a great adjustment to?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's Chris Lee just absolutely going up and getting that one.
That was insane.
Corey Menor was almost tasting that interception, but Chris Lee just snagged it. Solly Richardson again to throw the pass. Another fade route. This doesn't work. Johnny Bravo's got the interception, and back we go, LA with the possession of the football.
Yep, rolled the dice, and Bravo was all over that from the snap. And I knew it wasn't going to work out well when I saw how blanketed he had that wide receiver.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Johnny Bravo saw the last play was a fade route. He made sure he was ready for that one, as Charleston is going to get possession of the football at their own 15-yard line with 4 wide receivers, shotgun formation. Look for Buchanan Simons probably on this one. A lot of cushion given. TD Drew is going to go inside, though, to Ken Maccaro for a pickup of 6.
Yeah, the LA defense is really going to have to respond here and get that ball back, because it's only a matter of time, I think, before Charleston finds another wide receiver deep and makes him pay.
Totally agree. TD Drew now has a pro set. Terrell Sutherland is the fullback right behind him. Drew to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Pass is going to be deflected, and it's going to be intercepted. Rochelle Colston. That was crazy. That was like a volleyball setup.
Look at that closing speed. And the adjustment on the field. She was going one way, saw the ball go in the other, and just put it in 5th gear, was able to run it down and bring that ball in.
Pass was deflected, and then in the process it was kicked up by a Lycan player, and Rochelle Colston basically just had to catch a punt, and she did it. LA with the possession of the football, and that's TD Drew's second incompletion of the day only, as the handoff goes to Robert Johnson for a pickup of 6 yards.
Yeah, they're already in M's territory here for a field goal, so as long as they play it right, they could walk away at least up by 3.
Got that right. As we take a look at Chris Joseph, this front of the Charleston Predators has a sack today, but not much more than that. As the handoff goes again to Tommy Rahman, picks up about 1 on the play, make it a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I mean, Charleston probably isn't playing their best defensive game ever, but they're keeping them to 14 points, which is going into the mid-3rd quarter. I think most defensive coaches would be pretty satisfied.
I mean, it's been Chris Lee, Charles. If it wasn't for Chris Lee, I mean, he amounts for about 100 yards out of the 189 that Richardson has in the game. Richardson throws it inside, and guess who? Unbelievable. Goalkeeper Chris Lee makes the catch, and it's only been a couple games, but Chris Lee, man, just making a statement so far.
He's 117 yards today, and Sully got some pressure off the right side. Looked like the end, broke from the blocking and had to get rid of that ball. And you just see the athleticism of Lee adjusting to where the ball is and bringing in the catch.
The handoff goes to Johnson. It's going to be stopped by Eric Hammer, who's had a phenomenal game. Low key, Charles has an interception, and he's been very active in the linebacking core. He leads the team actually today with tackles.
And he's one of those. He's one of those defenders that every time he makes a tackle, it's a statement. I mean, the person on the other end of it is seeing stars and needs help getting up.
Maybe, yeah. Sully Richardson going to throw it inside. Chris Lee, touchdown!
Wow. Sully had a couple options there. On the high side of the screen back in the end zone, he had another wide receiver wide open and plenty of, I don't know what the breakdown was of the defense, but plenty of options for Sully. He made Charleston pay for it.
That was a perfect pocket for Sully Richardson to throw the ball. Shout out to that offensive line of the Lycans. Chris Lee running a simple slant route and just finds the zone as LA gets back on top.
I mean, he had to be the one to get the touchdown.
Yeah, no question. No question. And if I'm Cameron Irvine, I'm starting to prepare that, those graphics for game balls, because he has to get one, either from him or from Mike. 21-14. LA set up to kick this one off. Jay Taylor again back deep to return it. Gonna bring it from about the 10-yard line. Past the 20, past the 25, and up to the 29-yard line. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. And SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotion. Sector 6 features replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6, 97 Sports Promotions, and the SFL. 3 wide receiver set here for the Charleston Predators. The pass going to go outside to Ken Maccaro, who has to dive for the catch, gets 3 yards.
I'm kind of thinking, Ramos, that Charleston should stick to a balance of run and some of those out routes and maybe some short slants, and not try and stay away from the center of the field where the two zone coverages overlap for both of those dangerous safeties.
Yeah, totally. Because that if Ryan Joseph or Ray Colston, Ray already got one. If they get the paws on him, it's going to be almost a certain interception. That one goes to Buchanan Simons for a pickup of another 3 yards as he runs over his own guy on the sideline. Third and manageable.
Not flashy, but positive gain here. 3rd and 4. Again, don't press it. Just get a first down and stay out there.
Charleston's offense shows a pro set. I formation. To throw. TD Drew. Swearingen. Can he get to the sticks? No, he cannot. What a tackle right there by the LA Lycans as Kevin Brackett, the former Vancouver Legion player, and company were there. 4th and 1.
Yeah, Kevin Brackett is a big guy, and he's able to gain a lot faster than deceivingly fast. 6'4", 245, closing speed incredible. I thought it was going to be a first down, but Brackett wasn't having any of that.
The punt goes away from the Predators as LZ Pryor is going to return this one. Just a couple yards up to the 24.
It was a perfect series that LA had last time they had the ball. Just build on that. Don't try and push it. When you give Sully some time in the backfield, let him go through his progressions. He's one of the most dangerous quarterbacks out there. But don't forget about Robert Johnson.
4 wide receiver set. Sully Richardson has Johnson on his left. He's going to throw again. The pass inside Chris Lee. 14 yards, first down.
You got to find a way to stop him. Bump him at the line. Do something.
Double coverage.
The route.
Yeah, they have to do something. You know, they can do like bracket coverage. What that means is basically one guy trails and one guy is in front of him at all times. So he's kind of in a sandwich. That's what bracket coverage is. And just make it hard for Richardson to find his main guy because he's eating him alive. And as this is going to be another straight formation, four wide receivers and a tight end. Richardson is going to throw. The pass is going to go deep, and the pass is mossing another defender and running to the end zone. 10-5 touchdown, Los Angeles, and a late hit on top of it.
Oh my gosh!
Jeez, solid Richardson, man.
He hung in there, man. The pocket was collapsing. He got hit. Perfect pass, just shows the arm strength of Richardson. Is able to get it to the receiver and just barely into the arms of the receiver. And Davius Reed takes it to the house. 62 yards.
Yeah, and Jones Tamango showing some frustration at the end of the play, making the late hit. But man, it's a combination of two things. I think these wide receivers are just completely owning the secondary, but Solly Richardson is putting the ball exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah, and he's not letting either the hits he's taken and the interceptions keep him down. He's always staying in there, comes back, and he's got a very short memory, and he's able to keep firing.
28-14, the LA Lycans lead the Charleston Predators. Now, Charleston was in a 14-point hole early in the game. They were able to climb back. They just have to do it again. Jay Taylor is back deep to return this one. And is going to do so from about the 7-yard line as getting it back to the 25. It's going to be stopped. And I don't think you can completely get away from the run. I mean, it's not like Charleston has run the ball much in this game, but what I mean by that is if they want to get Keith Swearingen involved in this one, it's still not too late.
No, it's not. I agree. I mean, they're only down by 2 scores. We still got some time left in the third, but I'm just looking at the secondary of LA, and it's they're tough to throw on, and especially deep. If they try and roll the dice, I think they're going to pay again.
Speaking about that man, Keith Swearingen gets 9 yards to make it a 2nd and 1. And if I'm Charleston, I'm just giving the ball back to him to get the first down.
Definitely. I mean, even can't forget the the swing pass or the the screen pass. Maybe use a little bit of that. Maybe get Sutherland in the passing game and the run game as well.
Yeah, totally. If they want to put like an offset formation, some sort of thing, and they want to give the ball to Sutherland, I think that's not a bad idea. It's going to be another goal line formation. They'd like to run the ball to the outside, though, with Swearingen out of this formation. Let's see what they do here. They're going to run it up the middle. First down. That's exactly what we've been looking for, Charles, for a couple of quarters now, but they get it done and first down.
Swearingen has the ability, once he gets through that first level, when he gets into the second zone, he can really kick it in and get good gains. It's just you got to keep hammering away at it. I know it's kind of late, but I don't think it's out of hand where they have to keep passing.
Totally. I formation again. Gonna throw it. TD Drew pass is gonna be almost intercepted as he was trying to connect with Dusty Rourke, the rookie tight end. But man, that was
dangerous.
Dangerous to say the very least. Yes. Yeah, because if Hacksaw gets the interception, that's a pick 6.
Oh, definitely.
Like, even though Dusty Rourke is a very athletic tight end, I don't think she's catching a corner from behind. So
yeah, Hacksaw's definitely getting some grief, in the huddle on that one.
Absolutely. 3-4 defense showing here for the LA Like. To Swearingen, and this is gonna go for a loss of 1. 3rd and 11, not the spot you want to be in.
Yeah, definitely not. But you don't test the middle, man. That's all, Ramos. That's stay away from the middle.
Yep. Yeah, you're very right. This is gonna be
unless you're gonna flood it.
Empty set.
But then again, you gotta.
I agree.
Be pretty accurate.
I agree. Empty set here for TD Drew and company. He's gonna throw. He's gonna pump fake. Throws the ball middle, and the pass is caught. The pass is caught. And you know what, Charles? It was the pump fake. Like, the safeties were out of position. He just looks left and goes to the sole guy who was running on the right. Veteran play to Jay Taylor.
And no pressure at all. Plenty of time to go through his progressions and deliver a perfect pass.
That's quarterbacking at its finest. Just pump fake to the heavy side of the formation, to the loaded side, and go backside.
The veteran quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. Split backs formation. The handoff goes to Keith Swearingen, and he's going to pick up 3 on the play, getting in scoring position. And even if they come away with a field goal here, it's not the worst thing in the world. You know,
with the words right out of my mouth, Ramos.
Yeah. Yeah, with full quarter.
Retchett is their kicker, and they're well within range.
Absolutely, as Lyric Da Vinci is going to be put in as a wide receiver in the slot. And goes to Keith Swearingen, and a great blocking on the play, especially by Sutherland, getting the line down.
Yeah, they're starting to wear away. I mean, I think with that 3-4 defense, you keep hitting them in the mouth, you're going to keep getting holes like that, and maybe another big gain by Swearingen.
Everybody in that offensive line just created a highway for Keith Swearingen to run through as they are in the red zone. TD Drew's day so far, not too shabby, 191. An interception as well, but his completion percent is off the charts, about 85% completion percentage, as they're going to go run it outside this time. Keith Swearingen has some space, gets 8 yards, and I think LA was just worrying about so much in the middle of that defense, they just left those ends completely uncovered.
Yeah, that it looked to me, Ramos, it took a long time for that play to develop.
It did.
It's a much better outcome than I thought. And you normally expect those linebackers of LA to shut it down. But again, to your point, I think they were worried about the mid to deep routes.
Keith Swearingen goes again to the outside, and it's going to pick up about 1 yard. It's going to be 3rd and 1. And Charleston, man, if I'm Charleston, you know, I'm old school. I'm a little bit old school. I'm putting that goal line set again, and I'm running right through the middle with Sutherland leading the way, but they're going to go in another direction. I will not be surprised if the ball goes to Swearingen either way, but a little bit different.
So, to your point, as long as they got a fullback in the backfield with them, well, they can use them in that one, but need that extra blocking.
Absolutely. This time they kind of put the fullback to run kind of a route and just be a decoy, as that catches the eye of the linebackers, and Swearingen has a first down. End of the third quarter, Lycans 28, Predators 14, but Predators very close from scoring again and getting one possession closer.
Very smart series here. Good mixture of the run and pass. Didn't try and force it down deep, and they're knocking at the door. Just, well, here we go.
Look for the slant routes. It's good. I think this is man-to-man coverage. Look for the tight end. TD Drew passes. That's a slant route. Touchdown. Jay Taylor. Touchdown. And you know what, Charles? I'm going to get half a point because Jay Taylor used to be a tight end. So, half right.
A big target there for
big target.
TD Drew. And, you know, I kind of got a little nervous that they were going to do a pass on there, but that all slant is proven to be dangerous on both sides.
Charleston, with an extra point by Brad Brecher, is going to make it a 7-point game. And with the entire fourth quarter, that's obviously a world of time. Especially considering Sully Richardson has thrown 3 interceptions today.
Yeah, but I was going to say both these quarterbacks in Drew and Richardson have stepped up. I mean,
yeah.
Sully has got 3 interceptions to your point, but his QBR is 102.
Yeah.
And TD Drew threw an interception, but his QBR is around 100. So, you know, they
Sure.
make mistakes. We're looking at 2 veteran quarterbacks here that aren't going to get shaken. And this is going to go up, I think, to the last minute.
Yeah, I think too, and definitely the good has overshadowed the bad. You know, you can look at Sully Richardson's 3 interceptions, but some of the throws he's made is just otherworldly. As Pryor, yeah, no question, as Pryor gets it to the 26-yard line. Speaking of otherworldly, Chris Lee, 8 grabs, 137 yards and a score. The man has caught pretty much everything has been thrown his way. And, 50-50 balls, inside, outside has just been crazy.
Yeah, and let's see if they take a page out of the Charleston offense and get Johnson in some sustained drives here.
Well, you asked for it. It's going to be a stretch play, and Eric Hammer is all over it. Eric Hammer, to me, Charles, has low-key probably been the best player today for the Charleston defense. I mean, you can really point out to like Johnny Bravo, who's got an interception, and but I think it has started with Eric Hammer, who also has a pick and leads the team in tackles.
Yeah, I agree. Any run or short to mid pass, he's there. He's either making the tackle or he's nearby.
Richardson throws the ball, and the pass is going to be caught by Davis. The previous touchdown of the Lycans is going to be a pickup of about 3 yards up to the 29-yard line. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service, APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. And sorry to cut off that abruptly, but man,
had his wide open interception into the end zone. Man, whew.
Ollie Richardson definitely got away with one. That could have been and should have been his 4th pick of the day, as the punt goes away and Taylor is going to receive this one. Has some space though this time, and the return goes to the 39-yard line. A good return and good field position here by the Predators.
Yeah, I think good field position. I think the Charleston offense learned something on that last series, and hopefully they can continue to capitalize with that pretty good mixture of run and short pass.
I do agree. Kid Swearingen has 15 carries after just getting about 6 in the first half, so they've done a better job of involving him, and he goes again. 4 yards and
just stoned.
Sutherland, man.
Holy mackerel.
Not a play that is going to make the highlight reel, but 44 is just flattening people, stonewalling people.
Love to see
2nd and 6. Yeah. Honestly, since I was a kid, my favorite positions on the offense were tight end and fullback. Those were handoff goes for no gain this time.
Pretty good ones on Mexico City.
Thanks. Yeah. Mike Dax, of course, and Bill Henry are our tight ends. Bill Henry really impressed us at latter portion of last season, and obviously the Ray Bentley.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, once or twice. He blended extremely nicely from running back to fullback, stepping up in the pocket. How did he put that one to Jay Taylor? That's unbelievable, Charles.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. Just barely. I think it was Hacksaw was the one that had the beat on it.
Wow, what a throw.
Sorry, it was Proster.
Yeah. And what I've really liked out of both quarterbacks, really, when they have to lead a receiver, they have done it. In that case, when they've had to throw kind of a back shoulder or throw it up high, they've done it too. The accuracy of these quarterbacks, despite the interceptions they've had, has been outstanding. Deep drop back this time, though, for TD Drew. The pass inside is intercepted. Ryan Joseph, and you said it, Charles, don't test that middle.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to go back and see if we have a replay here, but it doesn't look like the route running there was too crisp and really didn't give the quarterback much help.
Definitely, Da Vinci got bumped actually by the linebacker. That was zone defense, so he just kind of pushed him to assign the responsibility to somebody else, pushing him into another zone, and that kind of just threw the entire route completely out of whack, and LA gets the play.
He would have been in front of that defender, and it would have been a completion.
Absolutely. Pass to the outside is picked off. There we go. Pass the 20 to the 15 and tackle at the 14-yard line. Jack Hoffman, this linebacking core, Charles, 2 interceptions, and they've been incredible today.
Yeah, and they are in perfect field position. The way to go for the Charleston defense to get the ball back to their offense and hopefully tie this ball game up.
Oh my goodness, Jack Hoffman, man, you need to run some sprints, get the parachute drill going. Either way, though, they're going to appreciate the interception, putting the ball at the 14-yard line. 4 receivers here for the Predators. I think this is going to be a quick out just to make it a shorter thing. Yeah, it's going to be Buchanan Simons getting to the 8-yard line, make it a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, that's smart, Ramos. I always get nervous when they come out there on their first pass and try and go end zone on it. I would have loved to see a run out of that formation too. I think they could have been pretty successful with that.
Yeah, I do agree. Either way, though, pickup of 7 yards. It's a good play. Yeah, kind of like the West Coast style of offense, as this one is going to go nowhere, though. Unfortunately, Keith Swearingen couldn't keep his balance. But yeah, that's kind of like that West Coast style offense, Charles, introduced by the 49ers, of course, back in the day with Bill Walsh. And it's just replacing some runs with short passes, right? And it's just giving the ball to your wide receiver 2-3 yards and allowing the receiver to go, for 10, 15, 20. That's something that, Jerry Rice and John Taylor back in the day did so much. But this is going to be a 3 wide receiver set. 3rd and 4. Slant routes is going to be caught. Da Vinci. Oh, Charleston.
Yeah, again, another deadly all slants route. Man, I think note to the defensive coordinators in the league, you need to find out what plays stop those all slants and make sure it's in every playbook.
Absolutely. And what makes it hard to stop this particular one, Charles, the tight end is lined up as essentially a flanker. What that means is that he is 1 step behind the offensive line. So when he does the slant route, he runs it in front of the linebacker.
Yep.
It's not on the linebacker area, it's in front of him. So the angles
back into coverage.
Exactly. So the angles and the coverage zones are a little bit different, and that gives just a tiny bit of space for the quarterback to find his tight end. 28 all.
Yeah, well done by Charleston to like you said, they were down by 14 for the second time, and they came back and tied the ball game up. Both sides of the ball for Charleston, you got to take your hat off because they've really risen to the occasion to tie this ball game up.
The kickoff go from Brett Shit goes off now as Elsie Pryor is back deep to return it. Pryor gets past the 20, past the 25, to the 30-yard line. Good return by Elsie Pryor, and this is a great game. If you're liking this game, please stay tuned. Next Saturday, our NXT coverage of the Simulationfl on Next Level Sports continues next Saturday, January 22nd. The London Knights would meet the Lone Star Glory, your Lone Star Glory, Charles, across the pond in the United Kingdom, home opener at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Then it's a battle in the air at the Carolina Skyhawks meet, Skyhawks meet the San Diego Mavericks at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Bonus coverage includes the Tulsa at Las Vegas and Los Angeles at Vancouver games. Visit nlse.com to find Next Level Sports in your area, as this first down by Terrence Weary, who's been really good today, moves the chains for LA. His first catch was a touchdown, then he had another one, but he has blended very nicely.
Yeah, he's crisp route running as well, and good on Sully for seeing him, because it looks like he had an advantage from the snap.
Shotgun formation this time. 3 wide receiver set. Jack Flash is the tight end. Richardson to throw. Pass middle is going to be caught. Davis Reed, first down.
Yeah, they're moving down that field quickly.
Really
They started at the 30, and now they're at the other 30 in like 2 plays.
Yeah, it was Terrence Weary. First of all, it was a good return by LC Pryor getting. Terrence Weary got a good catch. Yep, and now it's Davis Reed. Let's see if this goes to Robert Johnson, trying to get everybody involved. Nope, this goes middle. The pass is going to be caught for a first down. Davis Reed again and the LA Lycans are in the red zone. And, this game has had a little bit of everything as far as rhythm goes, Charles. First, we got into a fast 14-0 start. Then fast 14-14 equalizer. Then, kind of both teams started to punt the ball, interceptions. And right now it's just been a track meet.
Sully's got 4 interceptions, but he hasn't taken his foot off the pedal. I mean, he's constantly pushing it down the field. It doesn't matter to him how often he gets hit and how often he throws the ball to the other side. He's still pressing it downfield.
Johnson is not going downfield, though, as he loses 1 yard as the linebacking core of the Charleston Predators continues to do incredible things. That's Jack Brown, the veteran, making the stop, making a 2nd and 11. Jack Brown, for sure, the leader of this defense overall, has been there forever. And
he's had kind of a quiet game today. I mean,
yeah,
he hasn't made any mistakes. He's got a couple tackles, but I was expecting to hear his name called more often.
How about Jack Hoffman, as he gets his name called for a tackle no gain on the play.
It's been the Hoffman and Hammer show.
Yeah, no question. Jack Hoffman has 3 tackles, has an interception. Eric Hammer, 6 tackles, 3 assists, also an interception. They've just been crazy. And look for the deep play here. Pass is going to be deep. Call it middle, actually, as the pump fake completely fooled everybody. And Terrence Weary, another clutch catch on 3rd down.
Yeah, and like you said, was in front of the coverage, and there wasn't anything the defense could do because they have already committed to that downfield coverage.
Goal-to-go situation here for the LA Lycans as the clock starts to be a factor, Charles. Definitely. It will not be the worst thing if the Lycans cannot get in on 1st down and even 2nd down, because that just leaves less time for Charleston to score. Richardson. Under center. He's going to throw.
Left.
The pass inside into triple coverage is intercepted. Oh, my God. John Stamango.
That's a nightmare.
Oh, man. And one thing is being aggressive, Charles, and another thing is just making the bad read as his fullback. I saw Tommy Rahman was wide open.
Wide open. Yep. Going in the middle, especially when you don't have as much real estate when you're in a goal line situation, you're really asking for something bad to happen.
Yeah, that's just asking for trouble, as you're saying. As Charleston is going to take this one, and man, 4 minutes. This is the perfect situation for a 3-4 minute drive, get a field goal or a touchdown, and come away with a victory. Heath Swearingen, space 7 yards.
They've shown the ability to do that kind of grind it out. Offense on a couple series has been very successful for them. So I think they're in the driver's seat right now. As long as they don't try and try and push it too deep downfield. And I'm probably going to say this, and they're probably going to bomb it.
No, I think this is going to Swearingen though. I think they're going to run it inside to Swearingen, in between the tackles. That's it. There you go. 3 yards. It's going to be actually ruled close from a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and inches coming up. A massive 3rd down in this game. As, sometimes simpler is better in this kind of situation. Don't try to do some trickery. Just do what you just did. Yeah. Run it up the middle, in my opinion. That's exactly what they will do. 1st down. That's all you need. You don't need 50 yards. You just need to move the chains.
Yeah, and you need a fullback like Terrell Sutherland blocking for you too.
Yeah. Yes, no question. Yeah, no question. It's such an asset for your team, Charles, to have that, bodyguard essentially in front of your running back. To throw, TD Drew is going to throw it deep, and the pass is incomplete. Play.
Roll the bones.
Jack Hacksaw.
I do not like that at all.
Man, it's one of those calls. Sorry to cut you off. It's one of those calls where when it works, if you get in Simon's yard gain, then it's great and awesome, but very risky.
Yeah. I mean, if I was coaching the team and saw them line up in that formation, I would be biting my hand. I wish something else was happening instead of that.
No question.
And they're going again.
Yeah, same formation. You got that right. It's 5 wide receiver set. TD Drew has a completion right there for Taylor for a first down on that post route. And that's just a great throw, Charles.
Yeah, definitely great throw. You know, I would give high fives to everyone on offense and then just run the rest of the game. They got it out of the system.
And I didn't see it was actually kind of deflected. I was just like, you know, because the receivers crossed, I was like, what happened? But the pass was actually deflected and caught, so that was pretty lucky, but it's still a nice throw. The pass then is going to be caught for a first down again by Jay Taylor, moving the chains. And yeah, it wasn't actually a great throw. I thought it was kind of like bobbled and caught on first glance. And but still counts for that yardage, and Charleston moved the chains very close from being in field goal range. High formation here by TD Drew. The pass is going to go deep, and the pass is going to be in by Hacksaw. Unbelievable, man. I thought he was completely wide open.
Yeah, Hacksaw adjusted to that well, but they are really, really rolling the dice on this.
They're playing with fire, certainly. Yeah. But man, look.
When he's going deep,
yeah,
an out pass wide open.
Yeah, but look, they're going in a power set. They're going to run the ball here to Swearingen. This goes for no gain though, as he was unable to find any room. The linebacking core of the Lycans combined for the stop as Tassie Blackwell, the rookie, leads the way. And this is not field goal range, Charles. And for what I've seen, the wind is going against the Predators right now. So
right.
We'll see. 2-minute warning, though. This one is tied up at 28 apiece. The most important third down of the game is coming up. If I'm Charleston, you don't have to throw the ball like really deep.
No.
Just try to get 7-8 yards. You know, make it a field goal in the 40s. And you will have a shot with Brechet. As TD Drew is going to throw. The pass is going to go deep. And the pass is going to be deflected and incomplete. I don't know how that wasn't caught. It was a very weird defensive kind of formation, Charles, because 3 wide receivers were there and only 1 corner was covering them all. The ball falls incomplete.
Was that intended to Sabolka?
I think it was intended to Sabolka, who had a great catch in the first. Anyway, it's going to be a punt, and the LA Lycans make a ginormous stop here. As Elsie Pryor is going to call for a fair catch.
I'm still shaking my head, Ramos, on that one.
That was crazy.
The gate was open for victory, and yeah.
That was completely insane.
Play calling that's all I'll say.
Yeah, no question about it. It was just a weird play all around. Tricky situation here, though. A ball at the 12-yard line, so you're backed up. 29 left, 3 timeouts. You all have to be aggressive, but just handle with care. Solly Richardson is going to throw the ball. The pass goes deep, and the pass is behind.
Here he goes.
It's Chrisley again. Pass midfield, up to the 36-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle is made by the safety. But who else but Chrisley with 188 yards receiving. And the LA Lycans are just a chest hair away from being in field goal range.
Yeah, like we said earlier, I mean, LA's had their foot on the pedal all game, so it's not like they have to make a big adjustment here, throwing it deep.
Robert Johnson gets the tote, and it's a pickup of 1. Man, Jack Hoffman again. That should have been like a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, great. I mean, they're built like brick houses, but I just can't believe how fast they move at the snap.
Absolutely. Now, you may think, as being an LA fan, you may think, man, that should have been a touchdown. This is probably a blessing in disguise. I mean, you can milk the clock as the pass is caught by Elsie Pryor for a pickup of 4 as they go in the no huddle. I mean, a field goal wins this game. And if you can get the field goal and get nothing, best case scenario, as the pass is going to be incomplete. It was another great throw, Charles, throwing the ball in a back shoulder kind of situation, protecting the tight end. But it was a great hit to jar the ball loose.
Yeah, I think Corey Minner got his hands in there at the last second.
He did. Yeah, it was a great hit on the back of the tight end.
The good thing LA's got going for them is they've got a veteran kicker in Rob Ems.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be from about 48 yards out. The bad thing, though, for LA is that the clock did stop. And Charleston gets to keep all 3 timeouts. Rob Ems is going to kick this one from 47 yards out, right hash, for the right-footed kicker. Hashtag kickers matter. Snap, hold is good. The kick by Rob Ems is up and in right down the middle. 31-28 LA, and Charleston has half a minute to at least match a field goal.
Gotta love having a veteran kicker. Just walks out there. I don't think he's tried any field goals all day. And the one chance he has is a potential game winner, and he just nails it right down the middle.
Yes, sometimes a kicker is like a closer pitcher in baseball. He's sitting right there. He's just waiting and waiting and waiting. The 9th inning comes in, one out. He's put on the field to make a couple of clutch pitches. And the kicker is the same, sitting on the sideline all day, and then you're like, hey, win the game for us. So the kicker is returned to the 23 with 26 seconds.
As we said on the LA side, they're built for that type of quick comeback. I'm not sure about Charleston. I may eat my words here, but they haven't really shown a high-octane downfield offense today.
Agreed. I think Buchanan Simons has to show up.
Yep.
He's been historically the deep threat of this team, and he has 19 yards so far. Pass, TD Drew, caught, Vaccaro. First down, timeout, Charleston. Not a bad play. It's a first down. Get the ball to the 35. Call the timeout very quickly. You just need about probably 35-ish yards. No, make it 45 yards approximately, and you got about 15 of them.
Yeah, the other way to look at it, Ramos, is that was a good. From a package standpoint, it looked like they had a mismatch. They could have kept going with that in the hurry up and marched right down into field goal range without having to lose a timeout. At least one more play.
Yes,
now they're rolling
exactly.
the dice hoping to get the right play in.
Yeah. Charleston is about 35 yards to be in field goal range. Drew to throw. Drew is going to go, well, he got it away. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Crucial that he got it away as Kevin Brackett was completely unblocked.
Yeah, it looked like there was a delay blitz up the middle and just waited for that gap to open, and Brackett just blew up.
Yep. Empty set here. You can still throw the ball up the middle. You have 2 timeouts. Yep. The important thing is getting a first down. TD Drew passes. The pass is caught. Da Vinci gets to midfield. And a timeout quickly by the Charleston Predators. Another 15 yards. And they're going in chunks on 15, Charles. They needed about, I calculated about 50 yards. So they're going 15 and 15. That's 30. They need about 20 more yards.
Yeah, definitely. And so far, neither defense has been able to stop that all slants. I mean, why not just keep going to the well on that? They have one more timeout, right?
They do have one more timeout, which is incredibly important as we welcome you to an exciting finish. You just watched the Baltimore Vultures take care of business 41-28, but this is far from over as TD Drew is going to throw it out of bounds. That's a smart play, Charles.
That's a veteran quarterback for you. I thought that was going to be a clear sack, but shows the strength of Drew. Was able to just throw it out of bounds and save disaster from happening and have to burn a timeout.
To our TV audience, Charleston is down by 3 points. The ball is at midfield. They still have a timeout and 10 seconds to go. They need to get to about the 30-yard line to be in field goal range. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage is going to be TD Drew. Drew, pass, middle, it's going to be caught. That's Buchanan Simons, and Buchanan Simons gets to the 38. Now...
a big one.
Yes, now... this will be a 55-yard field goal, and honestly, I'm not so sure. You either A, try to get about 5 more yards through the air. Well, they're gonna go with Breccia. They're just gonna kick it.
Yeah, trust me. That 50, I lost the playoff game, a 55-yard field goal.
Yeah.
So I still feel the sting.
You have to think, hey, what's more probable? Do we convert a Hail Mary or do we kick it from 55 yards? And only the coaches know that. The coaches trust Brad Breccia. Breccia's kick is up, and Brad Breccia's kick is short of the goal post, as the LA Lycans are gonna come with a gigantic win on the road in Week 1.
Yeah, just not. I couldn't see the front of that. I think he was a couple yards short, and
Yeah.
maybe the wind played a factor on that one. But God, what a heartbreaking way to end the game for Charleston.
We saw it all day, Charles, and I said it, during kicks to that side of the field, the kickoffs were short. All of them were short. All of them just got to like the 8-10 yard line. So we knew the win was against Breccia. It was a great effort, but unfortunately unable to convert, as the LA Lycans win by 31-28. What a way to start season 18.
Definitely. I mean, both quarterbacks played their heart out, but Sully Richardson, he made a bunch of mistakes, but 412 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was just constantly slinging it and in rhythm, and when they needed to get down the field and get that field goal to put them up on top, he was firing on all cylinders. And I'm kind of torn between giving the game ball to him or Chris Lee, but I think it's probably going to go to Chris Lee because he didn't have 5 interceptions on him.
Yeah, totally. And it's just telling on how well LA play all around. It's hard to win on the road, first of all. Then when you throw 5 picks, it just becomes that much more difficult. And I think that it was clutch plays on third down, clutch plays inside the red zone that really made the difference at the end of the game.
Well, so the thing is, you get 5 interceptions against you, but Charleston didn't capitalize on them, and hats off to the LA defense. I mean, those safety combo between Colston and Joseph, an interception apiece, they shut it down, and that 3-4 defense of LA was, kept Swearingen from getting, what do you have, like 61 yards? And most of that was in the second half.
Who's your player of the game, Charles, is the question right now.
It's got to be, I'm thinking Chris Lee.
Me too. So for Charles Doherty, here in the caller, I'm Ramos Lynn. Thank you very much for watching this. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. The final score again, LA 31, Charleston 28. We'll send it back to SFL Studios for analysis. And what's next after these messages? Stay tuned.